bring the meeting to order, January 26, 2022, Earth Removal Committee meeting. First thing on the agenda, minutes of the previous meeting and possible vote. Everybody could. You set, Mike? That's discussion of the previous minutes for anybody, any revisions?
Well, I just have one on the very first page.
Yep.
It was Miss Finch's quote, "The presence of DET," and it was DDT.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not a big spell check guy, but
No,
that,
no, that's big.
that was the only thing I noticed when I read through it.
Thank you, Bill.
But other than that,
I also have at the, on the last page, it says Edgewood Bogs LLC as closed. Was that?
I think that was the
That
one
was-
before.
That was the previous one,
Yes,
so.
that was the
Just, we
previous one.
just need to make sure that's the right permit number on
Okay,
that one.
yes,
So
okay.
that's all for that one. So
Yep,
we did a site visit there, if everybody remembers. It was that far one, that they started using the material for their own bogs and stuff, all the
is
rebuild
that
that
the
we
solar
did.
field that,
Nope,
down Edgewood, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Was that
Yep.
AP, sorry.
and then they have the other one where they're digging the water hole, that was a separate one. Yeah. Any further discussion?
I move we approve the minutes as written with corrections.
but I think you need to abstain.
Oh,
Because
Sorry.
you think he needs to abstain.
he was
Yes,
absent.
yes. Because you were absent.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as written with the
With the
changes.
correction.
With the
Okay,
corrections.
because I wasn't here. Yeah.
No second.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Next item on the agenda is Alex Johnson and Sons, location map 83, lot 1, permit status and discussion of project completion.
Bob?
Yes.
We didn't vote to approve, to accept the minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you did. You didn't?
I thought that Billy.
Oh, I'm sorry, my
motion to
mistake, yep.
Okay.
Yep, my mistake. So Bill, can you redo that, please? You make a motion?
I move to approve the minutes as written with the changes.
And Michael seconded
I
it.
second.
Yep, I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 I guess
Ayes
I
have it.
abstain.
And one abstention, yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you, Jim.
Sorry, just go.
Next item is Alex Johnson and Sons, location map 83, lot 1, permit status and discussion of project completion. And I think tonight we have Betty Mackey and also representative from G. Lopes who's doing the actual work there. As you know, Mr. Nunes, we've had discussions with the neighbors and site visits, whatnot, and with yourself too. And the time frame of the project, which everything is fine, it's just that we need to see the end of the light for this project. You said you're about halfway done with the project, maybe a little bit more. What is it, the years that, what is it that you're looking for? When do you think you can complete this?
Well, the biggest thing is moving the material, you know, certain materials are hard to move at certain times of the year, so.
Yes.
Realistically, I think we have 4 or 5 years there,
Yeah,
but realistically,
yeah. So the time that the permit has been active is really pushing the limits for us as a committee. We did the review there. We also ran the numbers of the 25 trucks a day, and by the numbers, if you hauled out of there pretty steady, and I know the material is downgraded, it's not easy to move.
yeah.
But we also have to take the community in consideration. So, and I think you understand that, and Ms. Mackey understands that. Any other questions from the board?
What's your estimate for yardage left?
I would say there's somewhere around 200,000 yards.
And 25 trucks a day is what we're allowing
Yeah.
right now?
Yes. Yeah.
I think that project moving forward, I think would make the neighbors happy at this point if you show some progress of finishing and concentrating on some areas as you go to make that look neater and more desirable. You know, somebody sees something kind of looking finished.
Yeah.
I think.
We start shaping up from the back right corner coming around.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to shape that up now.
Yeah.
Just while we get some slow time.
Right.
So
Okay.
I will get that, keep continuing that coming around.
Yeah. Any other questions from you, Michael?
How much more did you say you had to go? No, not in the yards, but in years.
I would say 4 or 5 years to finish it up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jim, do you have any comments?
No, we used to check these out and then give a year to year.
Yeah, and we have. The problem is just the time, the allotted time in itself.
Right.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
We don't normally have them going on this long, and I understand that G. Lopes does great work, so they're in demand to do other projects, and
Right.
they go back and take that. It's not really desirable material. Sometimes the economy dictates what is moved to, but in saying that, the amount of yardage that's left with the amount of trucks per day, I'm favoring towards more of 2 years to get it completed. And when I say completed, I mean we have to have it sloped, seeded. I'd like to see that in the spring.
yeah.
I'm favoring more towards 2 years, and that favors your amount of trucks compared to the yardage that's left. And I know you're gonna have some down months,
Yeah.
and I understand that. But again, taking the community in consideration, it's not the most desirable area. So that's my suggestion. Discussion from anybody from the board on what they feel, or any other comments or ideas.
Could we possibly set this up so that he would complete this area within the 2 years, and then another permit might be sought and maybe granted for another, in other words,
Another
we did a
phase.
partial, that's right.
A phase,
Yeah,
yeah.
another phase.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and that way, you'd be happy, you'd have something done,
Yeah.
the neighbors would be happy, et cetera.
If we will finish, something finished.
Yes,
Yeah.
right,
Within the 2-year time, time of where we're at now,
right,
at that point.
right.
And then, you know, we can, 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 Yeah,
But we still have to do the year review.
yeah.
We have to come down and do the year review, and it may be off, and I can swing in at any point just to see if there's progress being made,
Uh-huh.
which I would really like to see in the spring. I know obviously we're in winter time now and there's frost, but, you know, we need to see some progress on the outside banks and everything. And I'm sure Betty wants to be able to lift water out too, where she's, you know, wants to flood up. I don't know if you can right now or not, so,
We've been flooding for,
yeah, so. So if we could complete some of that outside,
yeah, yeah, we can do that.
you definitely got to complete that. But I'm still favoring towards a 2 year. So we're going to do a year review for the next year, and at the end of the 2 years, we're going to have another meeting, and just to see that if this, you
You'll
know,
notify us.
we'll notify you.
Review's gonna be,
Yes, yep. So we already have the plan, we already have the permit, we already have the yardage. None of that has changed.
okay.
It's just the time frame that I think it's overextended itself. We'd like to see it finished up.
I understand.
So, you know, it's been long enough. And does anybody else have any other
No, that
comments?
sounds good.
I agree with that. I think in the year, we should see some substantial changes in that property, hopefully.
Right.
And that will be encouraging to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, we can see some grass growing around the reservoir and some slopes done and,
Well, the meetings that we've had with Dan, he's accommodated everything we've asked. So I don't have any issues whatsoever.
we were in there in December. You
Yeah.
can see that he was starting.
Right, yeah. He's been keeping the road swept, because I go by that way all the time,
Yeah.
pretty consistently, so.
Yeah, we've been staying on top of the driveway.
Yes, yeah, we appreciate that, and I'm sure that, you know, the neighbors do too, so.
Like I said, if you ever get any complaints, please call me.
Yes, oh, absolutely, we will.
GPS on every vehicle,
Yep,
so
yep,
we can hunt them down.
okay. All right, so does anybody want to make a motion on the new time frame for this allotted permit?
Okay, I'll move that we amend the Alex Johnson and Sons bid to be finished, be wrapped up in 2 years. Say that would be by January of,
2024.
2024. And we won't mention that we could then go on afterwards with an extension of another permit.
Right, with all the order of conditions still in the same,
Right.
right, so let's rethink that motion, make sure we got everything covered. Bill, do you have anything you want to add to that? Or Michael?
Do we need to state, the 1-year review is part of the conditions anyway?
Yeah.
It's part of the conditions anyways.
But we should state the 1-year review on
The amendment.
sometime,
Right,
you know, in the fall
right,
of this year.
right. Yep. Okay.
So maybe we'll do our year review in November, was that what you're thinking?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so we'll be around in November, I guess.
Yep.
yep,
Plan accordingly.
right, so, all right, let's redo this motion again, one more time.
Okay. I move that we amend the Alex Johnson and Sons motion, what is it?
Earth removal permit.
Earth removal permit.
Map 83, Lot 1.
Yeah, map 83, lot 1, to run to January of 2024, and that it will, there'll be a year-end review at the tail end of 22, and then 23.
Yep.
And that's that. Anything else
Yep.
we need to put in it?
No.
Okay.
Do we have a second?
Second?
Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those abstain? Ayes have it. All right,
All set?
thank you. Thank you for showing up, we appreciate it.
Do you have any questions?
Thank you.
Do you have any questions, Betty?
No?
No?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, now, at least now we have something we can tell the neighbors when they ask and stuff. So, okay.
Okay,
All right, thank you so much.
thank you.
All right. Stay warm. Next item on the agenda is review of the site visits December 4th, 2021, Johnson and Sons and Johnson Cranberries LTD. We went out to, obviously, Alex Johnson's site there, and we saw that the progress that we're making and stuff. And it was our year review, so everything was up to par. They've been keeping the streets cleaned, so I didn't see any issues with it.
I've seen her down that way quite a bit, and
Yeah.
the street is always clean.
Right, right. And then we also visited Leanne Johnson's off of Purchase Street. And again, there was no activity really going on there on that side. So I didn't see, there was nothing,
No, very well.
very well kept, just
Right.
very quiet.
Yep.
So any discussion on that? Okay.
What's, how long's, I guess I do have a question. How long's that
Vans?
been open?
Vance has been open.
It's actually, so I can pull the,
So here's, yeah, it's right here on the thing, right?
Okay, yeah.
Well, there's one off
two.
of, yeah, there's one off of Forest Street.
Oh, the
and
other end.
There's one off of Fuller Street is the one that we were at. Dated, order of conditions was September 18th, 2017.
And then there was one, July 23rd, 2015.
Yeah, that's the one off of Forest Street. We didn't
Right.
visit that one.
Okay.
Yeah, we just did the one off of Fuller Street.
Johnson?
Yep. So, and that was for 170,000 cubic yards.
He looks like he's close.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is, yeah. He still has to finish the water hole.
Yeah.
Do we know when he's gonna finish the water hole? Or
So every water hole that is dug is depending on the material and how quickly it moves. He seems to have decent material. He's actually done quite a bit over this past year. It's just that it's quiet now because of winter. So we can do it, when we do a site visit off of Forest Street, when we set that one up, we can ask him what the time frame would be off of Fuller Street. So,
Quite possibly you could see that site pick back up if we get, I mean, the snowstorm's gonna screw up ice a little bit, but if we do get some ice for sand, and that's pretty desirable
right,
looking location
Right.
for vacant block sand
right.
that he'll be looking to use on his own
Right,
property.
and I'm in and out of each site here and there when I'm driving by, and Forest Street looks like it's gonna be,
On the other end.
on the other end in the near future too, but I'm not gonna speak for him, I'll let them tell us when we visit there.
that's the one with the big giant crane?
Yes, yep.
And that's at the far end where a couple of people been in there digging over the years.
Yes,
Everybody
yep,
and their sister.
right,
Okay.
yep.
Our friend Wayne.
Any other further discussion on the review of the site visits? Okay. That's something we don't have to vote on. So. Permit closures. As you see, we have gone over the new accepted permit closures that we have. And we have Federal Furnace, Paul and Kalen Foley, and Route 44 Development. I talked to Federal. They are done with everything there. Anything they're doing there, they're just doing it themselves within their property. And their contract is out. He said we can close the permit if we would like to. And I said, thank you so much. Everything's been loomed, seeded. I may request one final visit to make sure that everything's done right, but when I was there it was, but as a committee, we should go there. It'll be quick. But on those permit closures, and Route 44 Development LLC, that was the industrial park there.
Right.
That's been done for a while. They're all done, so that's definitely done. And then also Paul and Kalen Foley, their first project
Yep.
has been completed. he's not hauling any more dirt out of there, taking it. They would just stockpile in one area from the second permit. So that'll all be done in the springtime, he said. The blueberries will all be planted, hopefully.
That site is actually really neat looking.
It's really neat looking and it looks
You look across
fantastic.
the
We saw all the
old
blueberry bushes rose.
Yeah.
You were there.
They did a
Really
nice
like-
job there.
They did a nice job. So, we have 3 permits that we're gonna close. We all need our signatures. The permit numbers are on here too, right? For these here. So, if we could just sign that one, right? Oh, Cranebrook. What's that? Oh, that's, yeah, I know which one that is. Yeah.
Should I sign these permits where I wasn't involved?
Yeah, because you're on the
Well,
committee.
you've done inspections.
Okay.
So, yeah,
That was within the initial process, I just wanted to make sure.
yeah. We also have Cranebrook that closed.
Oh, yeah.
The solar project is done.
Yep.
Furnace. That's us, right? I'll have to take those to Dick and get them signed, yeah.
And then when you visit the permit, you can have them sign it.
Yes, yeah.
That is forward?
So that's
4, yeah.
4 altogether.
Yeah, there was 4 altogether, yeah.
Federal, Kalen's, Route 44, and
Yep. And Cranebrook.
Craneville. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
Those are.
So these are the permit holder signatures. So, discussion on the permit closures. As you can see, we have our signatures on here, and I will take these to the permit holder and have them sign it, and then it gets filed upstairs with the clerk's office. So this is one of our new procedures, just so we ever know.
Do we have something in place if we don't get the permit holder's signature? No?
You mean if they refuse to sign it, is that what you mean?
Yeah, if they're not, yeah.
If they say, I don't want to sign that? We don't have anything in place for that.
You never know.
No, you're correct, but
You could probably,
I think we can cross that bridge if
Yeah.
that comes about, right?
Yeah, it was at the,
I mean,
All right.
I doubt they're done, they're done.
you could attach a statement saying that you had informed them that it was closed and so on, and just attach that to it.
yeah. So they all know, they all got sent out something, right? That, well, in our meeting before, when we accepted this.
Right.
So everybody knows that this is coming. And then, obviously, if nobody does decide not to sign it, then we will put something in place. And I already know what we'll do then at that point, so.
I guess they would have to state what their legitimate reason for not wanting to sign the closure, if they had
Right.
something to finish, or, I don't know,
Well,
unforeseen circumstances of some sort. I mean, that's
Right.
the only thing I could see that would prevent somebody from
It
signing.
would prevent, yeah, something like the, well,
Something
they want to make
like
sure it
this.
doesn't hold them to not get another permit somewhere else.
Right.
That's all, but.
Yeah, there you go.
But each one is specifically mapped and lot, and specifically by the plans, you know, so it should be pretty cut and dry. I have to take those, correct? Yeah. Any further discussion on the permit closures? Okay. All right, next item on the agenda. Review of the earth removal account. So these are what you added to these right here before, correct?
Yes.
Darlene? Yeah. So as you can see on the earth removal monies, you can see the permit numbers now that we have right next to their name.
Excellent, excellent.
And so out of the account for earth removal in fiscal year 2021, the DPW received $335,000, as you can see, for roads being paved, guardrails, infrastructure, line painting. That's what the town received. No cost to the taxpayers. So,
This is our current balance at the bottom, the 168.
Yes.
yep.
That's excellent.
Yeah, we could use it for legal fees. I'm only kidding.
Yes.
Strike that.
Any questions or discussion on the account?
Are we going to have a replacement for Darlene in the near future, or we won't have any?
We're working on it.
We could just finish this agenda, and then we can discuss, because Darlene's announcement is on the agenda, and we can discuss it at that point.
All right, I'm just thinking that we'll have to change these people to no longer active, like Kalen.
Yes,
So,
right.
Okay.
Yeah, the ones that we just closed out.
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna have to, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah. It's a rolling,
yes.
it's always,
So when they come off, is that what you're
Yes.
you're saying they're rolling? As soon as they're inactive, they're off the list?
Yes.
So we don't, so we won't,
Maybe we should keep them off and keep them on for one more month, or.
yeah.
and then
Or
say-
To the next meeting.
To the
quarter,
next meeting.
a quarter
Yes,
possibly,
basically.
or
That they're closed. And then we'll have the,
That's a good idea.
after
exactly.
these are
Right away.
executed.
Right,
Okay,
yeah,
that's a good idea, Mike.
yeah. Any other questions or discussion on the earth removal account?
No.
Okay.
I think it's wonderful.
Next item on the agenda, review of discriminatory harassment policy, which everybody has in their packet. And I think Jim's the only one who,
Yeah, I signed mine, it's up there.
me, Michael, and Billy have read it and signed it.
This is number 3 for me. I'm sure you got a couple of multiples there, Jim, too, right?
I'm not sure, but I think you only really need one.
They make you sign them at
Oh,
every
they
little
do.
change.
You giving this back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know why, but they do.
Questions or discussions on that?
No.
Okay. Next item on the agenda, to my sadly, very sad announcement of Darlene Whittemore's resignation. We are losing our secretary, unfortunately.
Are we gonna allow her to resign?
We tried to get her to stay.
It's been a pleasure working with you all for, it's been 10 years. if you can
Really? Oh my
believe it.
God.
Wow, that went by. It seemed like
10 years. And it's just been a pleasure working with you all.
we feel the same way, and we can't thank you enough for the amount of work that you do.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard to replace you.
Well, I'm sure that hopefully
Yeah.
something good will, come the way.
So I did talk to Miss Weston about it, and Elaine, and she said she's in the process of interviewing replacements,
Wonderful.
and she will keep us in contact.
And
So,
And I had also said that I will be available for training, for questions, because things are evolving and processes are still, coming together.
Right.
And so I'll be there. I'll always be available if anybody has any, questions.
She's going to be on for just a touch, just to tighten up the loose things for the moment,
Yeah.
for this meeting,
Mhm.
and then that'll be it. And I apologize for not getting a card, but you just
Oh,
told me
please.
this week, and
We can do that later.
yes, you will receive a card from us, and
A huge cake.
yeah, maybe a cake.
No, we don't need cake.
Yeah. Yeah. But we can't thank you enough for your service. It's just been, couldn't survive without you, really, so.
Keeping the paperwork straight is the hardest part of
It is,
any
and
of these
it's kind of
committees.
a time constraint for me, because as you know, I have a full-time job, and my
Yeah.
mom and dad are requiring more of my time now. I've been driving to Brockton, and I'm blessed to have my 90-year-old and my 91-year-old dad.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, but that's almost kind of taking on another job for me, right?
Right.
I mean, not that, it's my pleasure.
No, but I
obviously.
know what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's just a timing thing, it's
Yeah.
just time,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we understand. We understand. Unfortunately, we understand. We don't want you to leave. You may change your mind, right?
Well, I've only been here a short time with you, but Bob always spoke highly of how much you do, so I appreciate everything you've done. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I never thought we'd be able to replace Elaine, but
Yes,
you,
and I replaced Elaine, and that was 10
yeah,
years ago.
right, and you succeeded tenfold. I didn't think it was possible, but you did, so
Oh, thank you.
thank you. Sorry, Elaine.
Was that Elaine Weston?
Yes.
Yeah, remember she was the secretary? Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
There was. And even before that, she, wasn't there Fred Weston's, not Fred, but the fellow was the electrician. His wife was
Oh, Renee?
Renee, yeah. wasn't
She was at one time?
I thought she was on, no, that
was
was the only
before me.
board she was on.
We had a lady with blonde hair, and she, Elaine took her place, and she was in the selectman's office, worked out of there. I can't remember her last name. It's, all I remember was Jean.
Was it, or Renee?
Would you say Jean?
Yeah,
Gee, that might have been prior to me.
Yeah.
it was, 'cause it was,
Oh, Jean Bouchard?
there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was.
Her husband was the
Elaine-
flower shop?
Elaine moved into her job when she retired.
Was her husband the flower shop?
Very
Yep,
nice.
Yeah.
same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know Jean was there as well. Wow.
Yeah, oh, she was Elaine, assistant, whatever Elaine's title is.
Yes.
Assistant,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
whatever it was.
assistant administrator.
Yep.
Well, we're sad to see you go. I know that. So, next item on the agenda, we'll set next meeting and adjourn. The last Wednesday of the month is February 23rd.
Okay,
Is that,
23rd.
At 7 o'clock. Meeting 04.
I won't be present at that meeting most likely.
Well, if we don't have a secretary by then, we may not.
Have meeting. There's a little bit of a hitch coming up. One of the members of the Conservation Commission took on a job as executive director of Sewell Farm over in Middleborough. And they meet on the, I guess it's the first Wednesday of the month. And the Conservation met on the 1st and 3rd. So the chairman of the Conservation said, Kaylee, oh, well, we'll just switch it to the 2nd and 4th. And I'm saying, oh,
boy.
whoops. So that may be a conflict with this, I'll just see. Maybe I can,
So the 2nd and 4th
of every month,
of every month.
yeah.
Which would conflict with
With what?
This,
the
With
fourth,
us.
the fourth.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause-
Wednesday of the earth removal schedule.
Yeah. But,
So I guess we can address that when you find out?
yeah,
Yeah, right? Okay. You'll keep us informed, right?
I will.
Is anybody,
Okay.
any further discussion of any items on the agenda?
I have none.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Do I have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.